Yellow fever is a mosquito-borne flavivirus disease, meaning the virus is an RNA virus of the prototype member of the genus Flavivirus, a group of viruses that are transmitted between vertebrates by the arthropod vectors. Yellow fever is a hemorrhagic fever, such as Ebola. It is caused by a virus transmitted by the Aedes mosquito, but only infected females can actually transmit the disease. Yellow fever occurs in the tropical and subtropical areas of Africa and South America. The disease can cause a wide spectrum of symptoms from mild to fatal. Illness ranges from symptoms of minor fever with aches and pains to a hemorrhagic fever with severe pain and organ failure, which may lead to death. The disease may be difficult to tell apart from other illnesses, especially in the early stages. Many people do not experience symptoms, but when these occur, the most common include fever, chills, headaches, back pain and muscle pain, as well as loss of appetite and nausea or vomiting. In most cases, symptoms disappear after 3 to 4 days. While many patients recover after 3 to 4 days of symptoms, a small percentage of patients, however, enter a second phase of the illness after remission. This second phase includes a return of a high fever, abdominal pain and vomiting, bleeding from the mouth, nose, eyes, or stomach, and deteriorating kidney function, as well as yellowing of the skin and eyes, known as jaundice, hence the name yellow fever. As many as half of the patients who experience the second phase may die within 7 to 10 days. In all, yellow fever has a high mortality of killing 30,000 to 60,000 people globally a year. Currently, there is no cure for yellow fever. Treatments consist solely of attempts to make the patient more comfortable. Prevention is the only way that could help to contain yellow fever. To prevent getting sick from yellow fever, besides getting vaccinated, it is to prevent getting mosquito bites. CDC officials recommend the use of insect repellents, wearing long-sleeve shirts and long pants treated with permethrin, an insecticide, and sleeping under a mosquito net to further prevent oneself from being bitten by mosquitoes. Despite the availability of a highly effective vaccine for nearly 70 years, yellow fever remains a very rare cause of illness in U.S. travelers and residents of endemic areas like sub-Saharan Africa and parts of Africa. Many non-endemic areas don't understand how yellow fever starts and spreads, and for those traveling to these areas, the yellow fever virus remains a threat. Some countries even require travelers to present a valid certificate of immunization upon entry. The most recent and largest outbreak of yellow fever that the world has seen in a very long time was in 2016. Yellow fever came steadily moving back across Africa with over 900 confirmed cases and thousands more suspected. The problem came down to one thing: there wasn't enough of the vaccine to go around. With vaccine stores in Africa regularly depleting, not much could be done because of the production time taking nearly 6 months. As vaccine shortages grow, fewer of the population is being properly vaccinated, and this in turn could foster more of the population to be susceptible to the virus. The issue is that vaccines aren't particularly profitable, and increasing production of the vaccine is no small task. Here's a video of how a vaccine is created for yellow fever.
Another means of prevention is vaccination. A vaccine was found long ago. Affordable, effective in almost 100% of cases, just 1 month after injecting a single dose, it provides lifelong protection. It's a tricky vaccine to produce. The virus is first injected into a fertilized chicken egg. The egg is then kept in an incubator for around 3 days, the time it takes for the virus to multiply. Then, the white of the egg, which at this point contains millions of vaccine viruses, is extracted from the egg. The virus is separated and rendered non-toxic. 100 to 300 doses of vaccine can be obtained from just one egg. A complex and relatively long process. And as demand for the vaccine is highly fluctuating, manufacturers do not produce very large quantities. This limited supply is problematic, as the vaccination of millions of people in Angola and Congo is putting considerable pressure on the global stockpile. A possible solution would be to reduce the size of the dose. A preliminary study on one of the vaccines showed that 1/5 of one dose still provides sufficient protection. But further studies are required to confirm that this method is truly effective.